You know, and he didn't want to get in. I offered him out 100 times, as you heard on the mic. Come in the ring, come in the ring. He told me to come to ringside, straight through the ropes. You know, I don't care about that man. I looked into his eyes twice now. Once in Ohio, when I was on the bill, in the corridor, and another time here in Dubai on ringside. He cannot beat me in a fight, and he knows it in his eyes, because the eyes never lie.
What was he saying to you?
He was saying just shit, pure shit. Oh, what was that? What was it? He couldn't hardly speak. That man is a shithouse, I'm telling you. I will fight him right now, no problem.
Respect other people's countries with the language, calm that.
At the end of the day, what can he say? It's he is what he is. He didn't want to get in the ring and he didn't want any part of me. He can criticise that fight all he wants. Sorry, I'm just having a milkshake for Five Guys, that's why I'm doing so much. He can criticise that as much as he wants, but at the end of the day, who else is doing it? That guy just won a version of the world title 2 weeks ago. 15-1 with 12 knockouts, WBA titles, WBC titles. They rang me up, I had 4 hours notice. Do you want to fight this man? It's the only option, or else you're not fighting. I said, I'm not fighting. That's non-optional. So get me in the ring. And look, I'm here and I'm done.
John, what did you see in Jake Paul tonight?
What I've seen in Jake Paul, not a lot really. You know, he showed tonight he's not a true fighting man. Because if that was one of my boys, you know, they behave like him, I'd question the bottle. But listen, I'm not going to knock Jake Paul too much because he's a YouTuber, he's a clever young man, but he's not a fighting man. We're bred to fight. I'm an old age pension, I get my pension on Monday, but I'll still throw down with anybody in the world, with bare knuckles or gloves, whatever. Not the best in the world, but I'll tell you what, I've got a world-class heart and I passed it on to these boys. These men will fight anybody. Never mind all the crap in the world, these are trained to do the job. And like I say, he's been training for a southpaw for 8 weeks, and now we fight an orthodox man with a world-class ability. And if he wasn't up to scratch, that fellow would have made my lad look stupid. But to be honest with you, top the points up. You know, and this, I know it was exhibition, but I think Tommy was a clear ahead. But listen, the fella, he saved the day, he saved the evening. Big respect to Roland. What's his other name?
Lambert.
No.
Roland Lambert, credit to that guy. He's done and had the guts to do what 95% of the boxers would never do. So big credit to that fella. And he's a fine athlete, a fine fighter. Anybody with a pair of eyes can see that man's a world-class man.
John, can you explain what happened ringside between you and Jake?
Well, he's been having a lot to say, hasn't he? I always say, men meet before mountains. You know, and last thing, I ain't bothered. I've had hundreds of fights outside of public houses, car parks, in the ring, whatever. I had a few brief professional jobs, never trained a day in my life. But what I can do, I'll throw down. And I've got guts, and I've got heart. And I will give anybody a problem. And outside, I'm probably as strong as 3 men. You know what I'm saying? And I train every day. I don't look like I do, because I'm a fat man genetically. But I run every day. I lift the weights. We spar all the time, don't we? Not just with him, with Tyson. So I know I'm capable of tearing limbs off people like that.
Tommy, why do you think he didn't get in the ring tonight, Jake Paul?
Because he knew he could see it, look into my eyes. Like, I was ready to go. I took the medal off, and if we'd have got in that ring, I would have gone to him, no problem. Because I'm not here for the glitz and cameras and all that sort of stuff. What I say is what I mean. And I don't like that man. I don't like him. And he had an opportunity to do something about it there, but he wouldn't. He was there negotiating with his manager, so get in the ring, sure, not get in the ring. You didn't see me, did you? He said, come out here. I was straight through the ropes. My security, Brendan, there, grabbed hold of my arm as tight as possible, nearly ripped it off to get me back in the ring. You know, that's the difference here. So he is what he is, and everybody's seen that tonight. A complete bitch. Can't even get in the ring.
Can I say one thing here, though? I've locked him down, backed him in a corner and checkmated him. He's agreed to a February bout. He shook my hand, he gave me his word of honour, his manager, it's happening in February. I said, listen, if you renege or back out, you'll never live it down in your life. And you can't break a man's handshake. Contracts mean nothing to me, but a handshake does. And my word, you can build a tower block on it. He's given me his word, his manager, we fight in February. And where better place than the great Dubai.